Well, new information tonight on why Google may be in more hot water over that barge. Earlier this week, we reported that construction on the so-called Google barge is not properly permitted. And unless it is, the barge has to be moved. Well, tonight, Alan Martin reports Google is also under fire for its plan to operate the vessel.
Yeah, Ken, or maybe a lack of a plan, at least publicly anyway. This letter to Google's attorney spells out a major flaw in the tech giant's idea to tow that barge to different locations around the bay and set up shop. Tonight we know that Google has been told you'd better get the proper permits every time you move that floating marketing center. Some people in the Bay Area feel the need for high-tech pushback, as evidenced by recent demonstrations against Google and other private commuter buses shuttling employees to and from Silicon Valley. But lest anyone believe Google, with its unpermitted barge, can bully its way around the waters of San Francisco Bay, one agency is ready to say, not so fast.
What we told Google's attorney was if and when the Google barge is completed, then what we'll need from Google is their plan about where to actually moor it in the bay and for how long they plan to moor it in the bay.
Larry Goldsband with the Bay Conservation and Development Commission says at this point, Google has provided no specific details of its plans for where it will locate the barge and for how long. According to a letter sent by BCDC, Google is under the impression that if it doesn't leave the barge docked in any one location more than 30 days, it doesn't need a permit. BCDC says that is not the case. And what's more, if the tech company wants to press the issue in court,
the commission staff has also told Google that when you take a look at previous court decisions, we don't think that the courts would actually buy that either.
And Goldsband says not only will the Google barge need permits every time it ties up to a dock in San Francisco Bay, it will also need separate permits for the land next to the dock.
If Google were to park its vessel here, it's more than likely that more people will be going there and will have an effect on the bay.
Google responded today with the same statement that it issued earlier this week when I inquired about the lack of a construction permit for the barge. The company is reviewing the letter from BCDC.
All right, just wondering why, does Google believe that 30 days is the maximum that it could say? Yeah, where's that coming?
Yeah, it has to do with the houseboats in Sausalito, actually. That rule goes back to 1984, but BCDC says it only applies in Richardson Bay, and it says everywhere else it's going to be a case-by-case basis, and certainly the barge may be a boat, but it is not a house.
Interesting story. That just gets more fun every day.